Welcome to the Godly Thick Woman. My name is Debbie Allen, your host on the Godly Thick Woman series. Now I'll be talking about what works for you. Dear lady, do you know that there's a particular way God created you to do things? Do you know that God created a blueprint for you to do what you do? Why do you imitate others and don't have that uniqueness in you? Why do you go about learning what other people do and still don't find your own uniqueness in what you do? Now, I said this to say that I know that we go for conferences, we go for one summit or the other. You know, today we are going for this conference, tomorrow we are going for the summit, tomorrow we are going for a seminar. You know, there's just a lot of things you are going for. But have you studied yourself to know what really works for you? Have you studied yourself to know the kind of things you can do? Have you studied yourself to know how to go about your things, how to go about your business, your ministry, your work, your job? Do you know that God gave you a mind for you to think, for you to create, and not to imitate what others have done? Fine, there's a place of learning from other people, but there's also a place for creating that uniqueness in whatever you do. Now, I know that some people say, oh, you should read well. I'm not saying don't read, but if you know that you cannot read and you are more of an audio visual person, why don't you get e-books? Why don't you get materials that you don't have to read so that you can be effective and productive? Another thing I noticed that people say is, they say, oh, I wake up 5 a.m. every morning, I wake up 3 a.m. every morning, you know, that's the best way to achieve success. But what if you're not that kind of early morning person? What if you're the late night person? You need to know yourself, know what works for you, know your strength, know your weaknesses. That is how you can actually be productive, because when you know yourself, you know, oh, this, I can't do this, it can't work for me. Oh, I can't do this, it can't work for me. But there's a place of finding a balance. Okay, I know that times when you have to go about doing things the way people do it because you want to achieve something, fine, but don't do it every time. Find that place where you know, okay, I can do this, but I will still incorporate my own thing into it. So when I talked about waking up early and all, fine, I know that we have issues of life. We all go about our businesses and want to make up with target, appointment and all. So there are times when you just have to adjust so that you'll be able to be productive. But please don't lose your originality. Don't use your uniqueness. In everything you do, make sure that there's something that says, this is who she is, this is who he is. Make sure there's that blueprint, that original thing about you. So please, in all you do, make sure that you know what you are doing and why you are doing it. There are times when people are like, it's business that is going now. It is and later they say, oh, it is fishery stuff that is going now. And later someone comes up and say, oh, it's internet that is going. So you don't even know, you are just going about doing what other people are saying is good. But have you found out what is actually good for you? Have you found out what is realistic for you? You know, there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot of things people are doing. Oh, this is the best way to get money. Oh, this is the right way to get money. But have you figured out what you really want and what can work for you? So I trust that you make the right decisions. I trust that the Holy Spirit helps you to do the right thing at the right time, to talk to the right people, to meet the right people actually. Because when you meet some people, they would help you and not just want to make you imitate them, but to create your own ideas. Till I see you next week, I remain Debbie Allen, the Godly Thick Woman with a sense of purpose. Bye.